Good morning, friends. Welcome back to my kitchen, or welcome if you are new. I am Denise. Today is Saturday. I'm going to be getting some things done in the kitchen again, so I thought I would bring you along. Today I'm going to start out by making some potatoes O'Brien. So I am bringing a pot of water to a boil so I can blanch the potatoes. I diced them up already just into nice small cubes. I have some tri-colored bell pepper here that I'll be putting in it, and I'm chopping up an onion for in there also. Run it under cold water. Figured I better do something with these potatoes before they went bad. Okay, my water's boiling now, so I'm going to drain these and I'm going to add them to the boiling water. And once it comes up to a boil again, that's when I'll set my timer for 2 minutes. Finish chopping up this onion quick. You don't have to blanch the onions or the peppers. I filled this back up with cold water, so when them are done boiling, I can put them in there. Add some ice. We just want to stop the cooking process. And then I diced up the last of the carrots I had in the fridge. I'm going to blanch them too and get them in the freezer. But first things first. Okay, this has come to a boil. Set my timer for 2 minutes. Now we'll bring you back. Okay, the timer just went off for the potatoes. They boiled for 2 minutes. Now I'm going to drain them. And I'm going to put them in this ice water to stop the cooking process. I'm bringing a small pan of water up to a boil for my carrots. Let them get good and cool down. I don't know if I'll need to chop more peppers or not. I'll see what the ratio is when I get these drained. I'm going to let them sit here for a few minutes. When this water comes to a boil, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to boil these for 2 minutes and then put them in a water bath. So I will bring you back when I move on. Alright, I've had my potatoes sitting in the drainer here, or in the strainer. They're not perfectly dry, but when you take them out of the freezer, all you have to do is bang the bag on the counter and they will come apart. So now I'm going to add the last of this onion and some more of this that I just chopped. I'm going to do all of it. So that was a little over 1 medium onion. I put my peppers back in the freezer because I didn't want them to thaw, because they're all going back in the freezer. Label it. And date it. And I'm going to fill up as many quart size freezer bags as I can. and then put them in the freezer. And whenever we need potatoes O'Brien, they're ready to go. Get as much air out as you can. And I'm going to do the same thing with the carrots that I blanched. So I will bring you back when I move on to the next thing. Okay, now I am going to make us some double chocolate donuts. It has been a long time since I've made donuts. I have 2 of these donut pans. I'm going to grease up all 24 of the spots. I'm not sure how many I'm going to need. Recipe says it makes 16, but every recipe I've made, it's always been more than that. Get these greased up. Got to remember to get the middle part of it. I'm going to preheat my oven to 350. We are having a snowy Saturday. We have probably gotten 7 inches of snow, my husband figures. The biggest snowfall so far of the season. So I like snowy Saturdays. All right, I need 1 3/4 cups of flour. Push this out of the way for a bit. I'm going to run it through a sifter. There's 1 3/4 cups. And then I need a 1/2 cup of cocoa powder. Two and a half teaspoons of baking powder. A 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Half a teaspoon of salt. I'm not going to salt them because I have salted butter and it calls for unsalted. So I'm not going to add any. This all combined here. Okay, and I'm going to set that aside. Dry it off. Every time I turn the camera off, I am doing up dishes. I just keep cleaning and reusing. Okay. A 1/2 cup of melted butter. One cup of white sugar. 2 eggs. Let me get this whisked up a little bit. I'm going to weight on the eggs. A 1/2 cup of sour cream, but I'm using yogurt because my sour cream has onion and chive in it. So I'm swapping it out with yogurt. And a 1/2 cup of milk. Now I'll add the eggs. And I need 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Okay. Now I'm going to add the dry ingredients. And we're going to mix this until it's all combined. All right, now I need a bag. Okay. Get that sealed up. All right, now I need to cut a hole in the bag. I'm going to do a really small one. See how well this works. Just going to fill up these donut molds about 3/4 of the way. And they need to bake 12 minutes or until a toothpick comes out clean. So I'm going to put these in the 350-degree oven. And I am going to set my timer for 11 minutes just to see where we're at. So I will bring you back. Okay, our donuts are done. They've been here on the wire rack cooling for a little bit. I was very happy with the fact that they all came out of the donut molds nice and easy. So I'm going to set these over here so they can cool completely. And now I am going to make my seasoned pretzels again, because I am getting new viewers and I want to share this one again. I have 2 1-pound bags a mini twist pretzel. I need to preheat my oven to 200 degrees. Probably almost there. And now I need to coat these in vegetable oil. I'm going to use about 9 ounces of oil. Pour the oil over the pretzels. And stir it up to coat the pretzels. And now for the seasonings. I need a half a teaspoon of dill weed. A half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. If you don't like spice, you don't have to go quite so much. But we like it with a little kick. So I put a heaping teaspoon. Then I need a half a tablespoon of black pepper. And 1 package of ranch dressing powder. I always buy it in bulk, so this will be 3 tablespoons. I'm going to stir these spices up. Oven is already at 200 degrees. I'm going to pour the spice mixture over the pretzels and stir it up again to get the seasonings all throughout. All right, these are going to go in the 200-degree oven for 2 hours, and I'm going to stir them every 20 minutes. So I'll just set my timer for 20 minutes and stir them and keep that up for 2 hours. I'm going to let them donuts finish cooling completely, and then we'll finish them up. Okay, I was digging around in the freezer yesterday and I found a cooked frozen chicken breast. So I am going to dice this up and make chicken salad for my lunches this week. Okay, there's 1 chicken breast. I have 1 hard-boiled egg here. Put that in there also. And I like having chopped onion in there. Now, time to stir the pretzels. Set the timer for another 20 minutes. And I'm going to put some dill relish in there. And some mayonnaise. A little bit of yellow mustard. Salt and pepper. Give this a stir and see if it needs anything else added to it. I'm going to add just a little bit more mayonnaise. Give this a taste. That is good. Okay, got my lunches for the week. Okay, now I'm going to slice up these tri-colored bell peppers. I like keeping these colored ones sliced in the freezer. That way, when I make a stir fry or something, I have sliced onion or sliced bell pepper for that. So I'm going to get all these 3 sliced. I have to add my damp dishcloth here so my cutting board stays put. And these end pieces, I will chop them up and just have diced colored peppers in the freezer. I like cutting the top and bottom off and then just run the knife along the ribs to get all them seeds out. Nice and easy. Alright, now get a different baggie for the diced. Now I have bell pepper sliced and in the freezer. And I always reuse my Ziploc freezer bags. I wash them with hot soapy water. Unless they have raw meat in them, then I throw them away. Okay, now these I'll just dice up. No need to waste any part of the bell pepper. And then the top piece, I just cut off the stem. Okay, all the bell peppers taken care of. I'm going to dice up this onion. Everything that I buy that comes in glass, when I'm done with it, I wash it out and get the label off of it, and then I keep them. Got a free storage container. Instead of throwing it away, reuse it. Okay, there's the onion. And I'll bring you back for the next thing. Okay, now I am going to process this pineapple we bought yesterday. I'm hoping it's going to be a good one. The last one we got was good. So I cut the tops and bottom off. And then I take the outer skin off. Okay, now I'm going to cut around the core. And cube it up. Ah, it's going to be a good one. Okay, there is the pineapple. I still have the donuts to finish up with. I'm going to get this mess cleaned up and then I'll bring you back for the donuts. Okay, now for the donuts. I'm putting my pan here on a low heat. I'm going to add 12 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate chips. And then I need 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. I'm going to melt all this together. Okay, my chocolate and coconut oil is melted. Now we're going to dip the donuts in. Ooh, these are going to be delicious. Then we have to let the chocolate set before we can give them a taste. And by that time, the pretzels should be done. So I'm just going to get all these dipped and then I'll bring you back for the taste test and the pretzels. Okay, the pretzels are out of the oven. They need to cool. The donuts, the chocolate hasn't quite hardened all the way, but we're dying to try them. These are really good. I'll make sure I have this recipe linked for you. They are double chocolate donuts, and they're really good. They're very cakey. Yummy. All right, I'm going to let these cool before I get them into a covered container. I'd like to thank you for spending this time in the kitchen with me. If you enjoy video content like this, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you part of my YouTube family. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.